What's up, everybody? Welcome to Blade Talk with Scab and Joe. Sit back, relax. We got a pretty good show here. What's up, guys? Welcome to Blade Talk with Scab and Joe, and more importantly, post Blade Show Atlanta, Blade Show East in Atlanta, post show, and we're coming to you. We're going to talk about the Blade Show, and if you guys are tired of hearing about the Blade Show, well, you're going to hear a lot more of it. Well, no, seriously, there's so much to talk about, so many things that happened, so many hands shaken, so many people met, and that it was a great show. It was just so much to talk about. So we happened to bump into Pam there, and we know Pam from Instagram, and it was great that we met there as well. So she's going to basically co-host with us, and we're going to talk about the show together, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So sit back, relax. Let's talk about the show. Let's talk about some knives. Let's talk about what crazy weekend we've all been having. But before we get into the show, guys, as you know, our support for our veterans, hashtag 22 a day. And support for active military. What that simply means is growing awareness for veteran suicide. And vets, you always have a place here on Blade Talk and our corresponding channels, JS Bladecraft Choirboyz Outdoors. So without further ado, let's bring Pam and Scab into the room and let's talk Blade Show. And again, welcome everybody.
What's
Pam,
going on?
Scab, hello.
Hi.
Hey,
Welcome.
well, welcome in, Miss Pam. This is your first Blade Talk.
Yes, thank you.
Do me a favor. Tell me where Staccato Pam comes from.
Where the name comes from?
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
A friend of mine named Greg with Staccato helped me with the name. It started because this Instagram page was the day I got my Staccato. So it was going to be all about my Staccato. My personal page was hacked. I don't have it anymore, so now it's my only page.
I got you. Well,
yeah.
Guys, listen, for those of you who don't know, Miss Pam is on Instagram as Staccato Pam. She was recommended to us by Miss Hope Tucker. Shout out to Hope. Shout out to Freight Unlock.
Yes.
Which I'm glad she did. Joe, do you got a link, or does Jerbs have a link?
I have it scrolling at the bottom. The Instagram feed is Staccato_Pam. It's right there, so
awesome.
People can read it. It's
all Pam, how do you know Hope?
I met her in August. Well, I didn't meet her. We ended up in a group chat back in August for a 1 month, one knife challenge. And do you hear dogs?
Those are mine. I'm fixing to holler at them. Hold on 1 second. Shut up! Sorry about that. There we go.
I love it.
But
they,
I actually got
do that at the best time. They want you to join in and sing. So
yep.
They'll be mad at me. They hate Joe. They hate Joe. They probably heard his voice.
That's probably what they heard. They literally did. I called them. Everybody knows. I called them the Hounds of Hell. The Hounds from Hell. They literally wanted to attach themselves to my jugular and kill me. But
they're
but
both
good dogs.
They're both good rescues. Tucker is an extreme rescue. Pretty different deal. And then
Well, they listen to you,
ma'am.
They listen to you.
Yeah, I hate hollering at them because it's crazy. Tucker doesn't like any humans except us and my grandson. Lola doesn't like any animals except Tucker. So it's a very, very strange dynamic. But I apologize.
No, you're fine.
Tell me again how you met Miss Hope, please.
Well, we've just been chatting in the group chat. And then I helped work on a little bit. I'm working on a logo for her. And then we actually met in person at Blade Show. And it feels like I've known her my whole life. She's wonderful.
Yeah, she was cool as a fan. So were you.
Yep.
Tell me this. And let's delve into Blade Show some. Guys, there's no way, unless you were there, to really But Miss Pam, you said you went to SHOT Show.
I did in January. Yeah.
Give me a
that
little
was
background on that, and then we'll go into Blade Show.
Well, SHOT Show, I had no idea what to expect. But it's very big, very corporate, but yet people still recognized me and got selfies with me. It was a little odd to have total strangers know who I was, but I had an absolute blast. Definitely top of my list of awesome things to do for sure. And then I get to go to Blade Show, and Blade Show surpassed SHOT Show for me simply because it was just a little bit more personal.
Mhm.
There was kids, there was families, there was little mom and pop kettles selling their wares. It was everybody wanted to help everybody and visit with everybody. Whereas SHOT Show, you got some of that, but not a lot, because not everybody can get into SHOT Show. It's
Okay.
very exclusive. Not everybody gets to go. Whereas Blade Show, if you want to go, you can go. So it's more welcoming, I think.
Well, what? First of all, Gerbs, do whatever you think's best, buddy. Whatever you do, I appreciate. Tell us what's the prerequisite for getting in SHOT Show?
Well, I think you have to have a business or something that's related to the industry. And the gal that brought me as her +1 is in the industry. So she invited me as her +1. That's the only reason why I was able to go.
Okay.
And I sincerely, I had an idea, right?
Yeah.
But it's bizarre. Like last year, we wanted to go to Blade Show, and honestly, being like a reviewer, YouTuber, whatever you want to call it, it's almost you get to a point where you have to, right?
Yeah.
And so last year we wanted to bad, and it was crazy, Pam, because nothing worked out the way it should. I mean, nothing. And then this year, everything worked towards that end. I mean, what's crazy is we walked in, we met up. Joe, when we meet up about 4:30, we picked Joe up about 4:30.
Somewhere around that time, yeah.
And then me and Miss Pam actually passed each other, and she's like, "Hey,
Yeah.
and I said, "Yes," and we did a brief meeting there.
Yeah.
But it was cool because one of the things that was cool to me, and I'll get you to share your experience, is it's crazy how you feel like you know people there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like when I walked by you, I knew we were meeting for the first time, but it wasn't awkward,
Right, exactly. Which is how I felt when I met Hope. And I mean, I've got a list of people that I met that I've been talking with for over a year online that I feel like we've been friends for a lifetime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's us. Well, DJ.
Yeah.
DJ Hope.
Oh, DJ was my ride or die. He was everything for me there.
DJ.
Yeah, that was a great meeting.
People have heard his name on my channel for 2.5 years, but they really don't know what he means to my channel.
DJ's in the room right now, by the way.
DJ's here?
Yeah, he's in the room. He's in the chat. DJ's in the chat. What's up, DJ?
Hi, DJ.
DJ's that guy for me that if I need, he's just that dude.
Yeah.
And people don't realize that. The impact he's had on this channel and been willing to have on this channel. And his dog is a rock star.
Oh,
Duke
I love his
dog.
Yep.
I think his dog got more attention than he did for sure.
Dude, Duke was amazing.
Yeah.
So was DJ.
I love
but
that.
That was the first time I met DJ, but we'll go
Me
through
too.
spurts. Yeah.
Me too.
Crazy?
And he picked me up and took me back to the airport. He was my ride to and from my hotel. He did everything for me.
Yeah.
Isn't that dude's just awesome.
Yeah.
He's just awesome. And if I need to know something and I ask him if he don't know, I don't know.
Yeah, he'll find out. Yeah, he helped me. He helped me today prepare for this.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he answered a lot of questions for me. Yeah.
Well, with us, and I hope everybody feels this way, we just want to kind of fireside chat. So get comfortable. We're gonna, guys, I'm gonna do a quick 2 or 3 minute interview with Pam, and then we just want to talk about Blade Show. I think that'll be cool.
Yeah.
And the only interview questions I got is this: you have one knife that I absolutely adore. Do you have it with you?
Which one is it?
Really? The
Which
ProTech?
one?
The ProTech?
The Staccato ProTech or the
Show me the
BR1 Magic?
staccato. Oh, the white and black.
This is the BR1 Magic.
Okay. Now let's look at the staccato first, and then we'll get to that one.
Here's the Staccato.
Yeah, I like that.
It's the TR3. Yeah. Oh, hold on.
Nice action.
I can't find the camera. There we go.
Yeah, it's there. Let me see.
Yeah, I actually got to buy one for somebody else while I was at the show. They were nearly sold out of these. Hope got one too.
Really?
Yeah. Yep. She got one. So
Now, tell me the difference, and let me see the one that I like.
you like the BR1 Magic, which my first time to ever touch it was at SHOT Show. And I fell in love with it because of how it opens.
Yeah.
I could do it one-handed. I love that.
Now, what got you into ProTechs?
My friend Jack, he told me all about them. He's like, Pam, that's a company you can trust. Look there. Prior to that, when I was first getting into knives, he sent me to Chicago Blade Works. Chicago Blade Works?
Yeah.
I think that's what it's called. He's like, just grab a few here and there of all different styles. You can get them, very inexpensive, and just see what kind of knife fits your hand, what you like, how it opens, how it closes, just so you can figure it out. So I can get, I've got $10 knives that gave me a taste of what I like, but this was my first major purchase, my first one.
Love it.
Very,
awesome.
Very proud of it. I love this knife.
Iggy, thanks for the donation. And Iggy's saying, welcome to YouTube, Pam.
Iggy! Oh my God.
And I think your granddaughter is in the chat. Let me see. Let me see if I'm reading it right.
Who? My grandson.
Grandson. Okay.
Yeah,
sorry. Yeah.
Yep. I have a grandson. His name is Tanner. Hi, Tanner.
That's
How
Tanner.
old is he?
He'll be 13 on the 4th of July.
Okay.
Awesome.
I have an
Welcome,
8-year-old grandson and a 3-year-old grandson.
They're the best, aren't they?
The 8-year-old will be with me next week. He loves knives and fishing, and the 3-year-old's the Tasmanian devil. But this
Tanner,
this is the first ProTech I bought. This is the large Don. I always get this one screwed up. Is it the large Don? Put it up there, Joe.
It's beautiful. It's huge.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you the truth. There's a guy. I like that white and black. I like that tuxedo look.
Yeah, it's like a tuxedo. Yeah.
I love the
I've
pop
never seen
on
that
it.
one before.
DJ, I got to send you this. But
I was teasing ProTech. I was teasing them when I was over. I went to their counter because I needed to give them some gifts of Stabby Abby, which is my little patch that I made with Jack. Let's see. No, Stabby Abby.
Nice.
She's holding a ProTech. So, anyway, I went to go give them the gifts, and I was teasing Matt because I said the BR1 Magic, I'd always photograph it and do my reels with my staccato because I just think they go really well together.
Yeah.
And then what do? They come out with a ProTech staccato. I said, you guys were in my head. Totally in my head.
Oh, you guys got sick, Shane? Came on, but
Edgy.
That's Shane, but that Shane and Grateful were over there kissing and doing all kinds of stuff. That's what happened there.
That's what happened.
They were all staying in the same Airbnb. Yeah.
Now, Pam, here's it's not mine. This one, just cut myself. This one's from JR. The Les George. I love
Yeah.
this one, the Protect George. I'm a big Les George fan anyway.
It's beautiful.
And JR, who you'll hear a bunch on my channel, sent me this one to check out. I got to do a review on it and get it back to him. But Protect just has a great snap to it. They have
And they
a
have
really good pop.
excellent customer service, because I lost my pivot screw on my staccato knife. And not only did they mail me a new one, they had me meet them at their booth at Blade Show, and I got it put back in while I was at Blade.
That's very cool.
Very good customer service.
That kind of stuff matters.
Yes. Yeah.
Just
I didn't pay a dime. They just helped, so it was very nice.
It just matters. That's like Curtis with Spartan Blade.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it was Tony had a problem with a knife, and they made it right. And it's just easier to make it right without all the You know what I'm saying? It's like
I do.
People piss and moan and whine and bitch, and I get it. But if you just go, you know what, like when it comes to a screw or spring, or if a company just goes, you know what, dude, here, and sends it to you, it speaks. Look, you're on Blade Talk with Scab and Joe, worldwide show, singing the praises of Protect.
Yeah, absolutely. And they not only gave me one, they gave me two.
That's awesome. So how'd you get into knives? Tell me that. And then we'll kind of go into Blade Show.
I've always been into guns and knives. But, I raised 3 boys. They're all military. Well, they're all veterans now. And so once they're grown and gone, I was trying to figure out who Pam is. So my focus of liking those things has now turned towards me liking them versus liking them and helping my kids get into them.
Gotcha.
And so, yeah.
But
and I don't know.
Now you were on Hawaiian Shirt Guy.
Yep, Kevin Moore. He interviewed me last week or the week before. Yeah.
And I watched that. That was really good.
Thank you. I had the phone really too close to my face.
Yeah, but you did listen. This stuff, it's one thing to make a video. It's another thing to go live. Joe does great lives. I do horrendous lives. Put us together and you get a pretty good one, but there are certain people who are made for it. You're definitely made for it. You did a good job.
Thank you.
Kevin seemed to be a really good guy. That might be somebody we want to get on down the road, Joe. He seemed to be a decent dude.
I think so.
He's a really good guy. Yeah. Very nice man.
Okay. So tell me this. Let's get into Blade Show. And then Joe, jump in here some too. Tell me 2 things that you wanted to do that you didn't get to do at Blade Show.
Oh.
It could be people. Well, not that you wanted to do people, but that you wanted to meet.
Actually, we were supposed to get selfies. We were, me and you. We didn't get that done. And there's a few people that I didn't get to see in person. I didn't think I did, but I think I did meet Simplify, which is Vince. He said that he did say hello to me, but it didn't click to me when he introduced himself, because he said his name, not his Instagram name. So it never connected. So we never got a picture together. And I don't know. I everything on my list that I knew I needed to do and wanted to do, I did.
Okay. Did you make a real list?
I did. I made a list on paper.
I was told to do that and I didn't do it. Joe,
I did.
Yeah. Did you? Joe, who were a couple people you wanted to meet and didn't?
I think I kind of met the major people that I wanted to meet. I think. I mean, wanted to meet Emerson, wanted to meet Ernest, wanted to meet Curtis. I mean, Rosecraft. I mean, I think the key people. But then when the show is over, and you're seeing, and you're like, yeah, I should have went there, and I should. The best way that I can describe this show was, in one word, it was overwhelming. It was overwhelming. There was so. I mean, you're talking about you're in a huge room, a system of rooms with a huge hallway that corridor that kind of connects them all with just the best knife makers in the world. And then
Yep.
you throw that in now with a lot of upcoming, knife makers that are doing pretty damn good job, and it's just overwhelming. There was so much that now that the show is over that I felt like I wanted to do, but I didn't do, or there was just not enough time to.
Right.
A lot. We got a lot done. I wouldn't change a thing, Scab. I think the way we kind of approached it and planned it for the most part, I think we did get a lot done and worked tough gear. We definitely we hit all of the tables, all of the booths, all of the people that we had to meet. But after that's done, you're thinking to yourself now, you're recollecting like, oh shit, I should have went there and I should have went there. It's impossible to really achieve it all. It really is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I did, and I hate admitting it, but I choked. I don't think I even said anything to you or Donnie. I shook Lynn Thompson's hand, right? But I just choked.
You didn't say a word.
I blew it. I was like, and I never get that way. I'm the one dude that can talk to a wall. Me and Sawtooth Dave walked around and talked, shot the shit, walked with JB, talked to Ernie, spoke to Greg Medford. I got to Lynn, quick handshake, and I just walked off like an idiot.
He should only know what Cold Steel means to your channel and how many Cold Steels you actually own, for Christ's sake. That's the conversation you should have had. The
dude, there's a picture of him and Jed Hornbeak, and he is holding the Scabber Stabber.
Yeah.
I couldn't even just one of them things, man. So that was one thing. And Pam, you're right. The pictures, the thing is this, guys, if you've never been, here's what happens. You walk around, and I'll say this too. I know there was a couple of people who wanted to say something to me and didn't. I regret that. And I don't know if I tried not to give off that vibe, right? Because I went to meet people. But
I didn't think you gave off that vibe.
Huh?
I didn't think you gave off that vibe.
I didn't either.
No.
Bobby Shue, Scab, and Joe, my question for you guys is, what burgers did you get at the did y'all eat hamburgers, Pam? Did y'all go to the burger place by?
No.
Oh my God.
Some of the best burgers we've ever had in our lives. I mean,
dude, Bobby, I got the bison burger.
I had the spicy one. I don't remember which one it was.
Next year we gotta go now, because it was dope. But what I was gonna say is this: I think you keep thinking I'll come back to it and do it. Like Pam, we ran into each other, I think, all the way up till Sunday.
I think we ran into each other 3 times.
Yeah. But I kept thinking, because we kept saying, we'll talk. And,
we'll talk.
My biggest regret, I would say my biggest regret there, and this is sincere, is I wanted to spend a good bit of time with DJ and I didn't get a chance to. So I'm thinking about maybe just going up when he has time, because that's a busy dude. But you don't, like Joe and I talked. Who, Pam, was it just you? Did you just go?
Just me, yes.
And then you hung out with like Hope and DJ,
and then I kind of giggle because it reminds me of the Seven Dwarfs, because there was Dopey and Edgy and Grumpy and Bacon. There was a few people,
Well, and Shane, Edgy American, is just
speaking of Edgy American.
Guy. Shane, dude, you're a good dude, man.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
Best way to find Pam Play show is scream her name. Pam!
Every time I turn around, I hear Pam, and I turn around, it's him.
Oh yeah, Shane's just a dude, man. He's a good guy.
Dude,
love that guy.
To meet you,
but my lucky number 13 did not win on his little raffle,
which sucks. Shane, it was rigged. You know how Shane is. He probably Listen, here's the thing, Pam. Shane does Knives Live. Are you familiar with that?
I haven't seen it.
Okay. Every year, well, for the past 2 years, I think, and maybe this year too, they do a 24-hour marathon. Like Joe and I had an hour last year, and we do it for Knives Knife Rights.
Knife Rights.
Doug Ritter, Knife Rights.
Okay.
Shane and Javon and a couple more actually organize that, and they do, oh my God, they do an amazing, because they get basically what you have, and Shane, you can jump in, but I think it's like 24 YouTubers. We all get an hour slot, and you give away a knife. They want you're asked to give away a knife, which that's no biggie, and we're raising money for Knife Rights. And Doug Ritter, I don't know if you're familiar with Doug.
I'm not.
Do me a favor, when this is over, look up Knife Rights and Doug Ritter.
It's kniferights.org.
I'll shoot you a message.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
I'll
shoot me a
touch with you.
message because I don't have a pen.
Yeah, you got to look up the dude.
Yeah, I'll put it on Instagram. But that guy is literally out there fighting for our knife rights. What he does is he goes in and they battle arcane laws, right?
Mm-hmm.
Switchblades and dirks, and they've got a great track record. But it's he, his wife, and a lobbyist.
Yeah.
So Shane and crew rallied the troops.
Last year we raised over $7 grand.
Last year raised over $7 grand.
Yeah, that's
so.
Sweet.
I say that to say that may be something you want to get involved with, because you have a reach too.
Yes.
Okay.
And hell, if nothing else, you can come on with us, because we had Doug Ritter came on with us for a little while. I couldn't believe, he said he was comfortable with us, which is insane, but that's something you might. Well, good. Well, my whole point to it is, as you go in this journey, you're aligning yourself with the right DJ, Shane, and you're building a strong presence over that way. Now, we talked about what we didn't get, and there, you know what? Honestly, there was a lot, Joe, that we could have done. But I think Dan Walker, hi Pam.
Hi, Dan.
I think everything that I wanted to do revolved around talking to people. I mean, we went, we took care of it. What we did, Pam, is we hit it quick Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Saturday, Joe filmed, which super proud of Joe. He got like 6-7 videos. Donnie and I lied to everybody there. But then Sunday, we went in and it was business mode, right? Because at the end of the day, whether you do this casually or whatever, this is a business. And so I think, Joe, maybe next year we go in on Thursday and give us that extra day.
See, that's the thing. Everyone told me the same thing. When you go to your first blade show, you realize how you can do it different next time. So I think that we got enough out of it that we definitely need that full Friday.
So this was all three of our first blade show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I flew in. I got in on Thursday.
Donnie never
didn't leave till Monday.
Either. Yeah, it was Donnie's first too.
Now, doing that, getting in on Thursday, what'd you do Thursday night?
I was there at the pit at the hotel where people were gathering and coming in and out from setting up their booths. I actually got to meet Hunter that night with Hawk's Nest Customs, which that was nice. I wanted to meet him. But just hung out with Hope and visited, and because there was really nothing going on Thursday night much.
What's up, Shaney?
Shaney's in the house. Shade Indonesia. That's another name to get to know. That dude is an amazing maker. Shaney's insanely good. Let's talk about the pit some, because I'll tell you the truth. After 20 years of working in bars, the pit was the thing I was kind of most nervous about. What was your experience in the pit? And it turned out to be a great experience.
Yeah, I loved it. I loved it. That's where I got to see a lot of people. Everyone was more casual. People that were working in booths were relaxed. A lot of people were they were sharing what they bought that day, what they traded. They were still selling, still trading. I was able to make a couple of reels with a couple of knives that I will probably never touch again. The Herman Ishtar was one of them. Herman. It was beautiful. Loved it. Another one was a Kaido Custom.
Okay.
It was one of 3. And so I did those 2 reels. But I don't know, it was very relaxed in the pit, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Lots of laughs.
You know, I didn't know. Yeah, it was laid back. I'll tell you the truth. Joe and Donnie doesn't drink at all. Never has, probably never will. Joe's like, I'm going to have a beer. I said, well, I'll have one. And I think
no. It started like this. So I said, Scab, you want a drink? He goes, yeah. What are you drinking? I said, I don't know, whatever you want to drink. He goes, no, whatever you're drinking. All right. What do you think about a beer? All right, I'll have a beer.
Yeah.
And that's where it started.
And then you stood in line for an hour to get that beer?
No, Joe's from New York. He got it pretty quick.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I worked in bars. I know where to stand. So I got it. But
well, I hung out with Jeff from Cutlery Shop. He brought his own little bar. So
nice.
he made me a rum and Mountain Dew.
There you go. But I think we ran into each other, seen Miss Hope. I like what Hope and DJ did. Hope and DJ kind of had that corner, so you knew where they were at.
Yeah.
Yep. That's where we hung out most of the time. Yep.
And I think next year, Joe, we should do that.
I think that next year we should hit the pit earlier.
Yeah.
I think we should just kind of, you know what it is, right after the show, we're all bullshitting, we're all figuring out where to eat. I think we got to make a plan, eat quick and get to the pit, because for some reason everybody's saying, oh, everybody's there till late. So I'm like, all right, we'll take our time. But I think it really makes sense to get to the pit a little bit early and just hang out.
Yeah.
I think we'll do that differently next time, because we got there way too late.
That's what we were like. One of the times we went out to supper, me and Hope and Bacon and DJ, messages were, yep, we'll be back to the pit within the hour, or went out to pizza another night, back in the pit in an hour,
who had the best idea, in which I have to shout out to Samurai Bird. It was such a pleasure to meet you and your wife. We had such a great time together. That's one thing that I really appreciate about this trip, is meeting up with Bird and his wife, Karen. You guys are awesome. What they did was they ate right there in the Renaissance, like nearby the Renaissance Hotel. So they were able to finish eating and just go downstairs or go right to the pit. And they were there and, hanging out hours before we ever got there and stuff. So, they already had their fix for a while.
And guys, for those of you who haven't gone, we're not talking about going to the pit to drink or do anything.
No.
It's just, that's where everybody is at.
Yep.
It's like everybody meets on the playground, after school is over or something. It's just everybody meets.
Yeah.
It's nice.
And
the tables, I think Saturday, what night was it? Friday night, about beer 5 or whatever. I walked over and Swags happened to be there and we had a conversation, turned around and EJ Snyder talked to him. You know what? That was the other thing. I'm sitting there messing with EJ Snyder. He's a knife maker and he's been pretty hot this past year. We're sitting there bullshitting about his dog. And when I got home, I'm looking and I thought, I didn't put 2 and 2 together. And there were several people there that I talked to when I got home, and I'd look at YouTube. I was like, really? But it's just that I didn't recognize. We sat there and shot the shit. Like EJ, I wanted to talk to EJ because I've tested a couple of his knives, never on camera. But I wanted to talk to him, and it's like, but I'm going to do what you did next year. I'm going to write a list.
I did. I made a list. Of course, I went to ProTech. Of course, I went to Staccato. 3-Leaf Customs was a favorite. So was Crispy Donut. Yeah, I had a few favorites.
That's the way to go. That's what we got to do.
Yeah.
Well, I'm getting hit up like crazy on Instagram. Like, oh, I couldn't find you. I saw Scab 3 times, but I couldn't find you. Seems logical.
Yeah.
It seems logical. Yeah. He says he met up with you twice, but he goes, I saw Scab twice, but I didn't see you. I says, because Scab's a freaking magician. He does the freaking disappearing act. He just, you turn around and Scab is gone. So it's
Joe, I only saw you once. I saw Scab 3 times and I only saw you once.
I was filming. I was doing a lot. I was trying to find filming opportunities and stuff like that, which I don't regret. I enjoy doing it. That's what I do.
Yep.
But that's where I spent a lot of time. I kind of drifted away and started doing, my filming thing and stuff. So.
Now, did you Yeah. Well, y'all do a bunch of dumb shit too, Joe. That you and Donnie stand there like, you got to keep moving, man. You don't want to be a target. That's my whole thing.
I was looking for you.
You ain't gonna clip. Ain't nobody clipping me. Yeah. Who did you just say, Joe?
Seems logical. What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ran into him Friday night, and then he showed me. He actually walked up to me and saw to Dave. He had gotten a kukri. Dude, it was dope.
From where?
The table. God dang it! I knew you were going to ask me that.
It was one of the
I
private
walked over
guys.
and looked at their stuff. Man, they did a.
So private makers. A private maker.
Huh?
Probably like a private maker or something. Like that.
I've got the link. I'll send you. But
Yeah.
man, the kukri was gorgeous. It was sharp. It was.
Yeah.
He that's the thing. I think next year, Pam, tell me what your goal is for next year. Or
I want to go to Blade. I want to go.
Yeah.
That's just my goal. I want to be able to go every year. I love it. I had
Are
so
you
much
going
fun.
to anything else this year?
I don't know of anything else. I haven't really
Blade Show
thought
West.
about it. Where's that?
Out west?
West side.
No, it's like California.
California. Yeah.
Well, all three of my boys are out, in that area. So maybe.
But now, from what I've heard, and I hate saying that but from what I've heard, Blade Show West is it's not as big. There's more limitations, and that could be wrong. If you're in the chat from Cali and you've been to Blade Show West, put in the comments, man, because I don't want to tell anybody wrong. But there's Blade Show West. There's a Blade Show in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
There's SHOT Show, and I'll be honest with you, I don't know that I have any real desire to go to SHOT Show.
I would definitely love to go again. I would love to go again, but if my choice is Blade or SHOT, I'd rather do Blade.
Yeah. I mean, anytime you can go and look at knives and meet people, right? Mm-hmm. But there was just something, and maybe it was because it was our first Blade and it was just special. It was just something. There was like we were able to walk behind Rosecraft.
Horn said they changed the venue to somewhere outside California this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
That may be worth checking out then.
Yeah.
But like Blade Show just had like a real laid back feel to it.
Yeah.
It just did.
And I liked how, like at SHOT Show, you can't just walk up to the counter like when I first saw that BR1, you couldn't just buy it.
Right.
Whereas at Blade Show, I could if I wanted.
Right.
So
yeah, SHOT Show's different with that, right?
Yeah. It's
they
more
can
corporate.
Mail it to you or something?
No, it's more corporate. I don't know how else to describe it.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is a good dude right here.
Yeah, Javon is awesome.
Javon, let me tell you, buddy, it was a pleasure. I wish we could have spent more time together, man. That's the one thing too. There were good guys like Javon. I wish that we had more. There was not enough time in the day to really, hang out with some of these guys. And I wish I was able to kind of chill with him a little bit more. That's one thing. Not that I regret. It's just a factor, and there's not enough time to hang out with everybody you want to in a day.
Yeah.
Pam,
where are you located? What state?
Right now I'm in Kansas.
In Kansas.
My husband and I, we live remote. We follow the work.
Okay.
We're in oil and gas. So right now we're in Kansas.
Okay. I keep thinking, and Joe, I talked to Joe today off of here. We're ready to kind of step out. I like YouTube. I love reviewing knives. But it's time to blow this thing up. I at some point, maybe 2024, I want to do a meetup to where, maybe pick a campground, maybe pick, where it's nice weather, not in the middle of summer where it's hot as balls, but, maybe fall or winter or something that's nice and comfortable.
Yeah.
And have 50 to 75 people. Like if we did, do one in the South or do one in the Midwest, and have our own, have a day or two gathering, have a meal, get to spend that time and branch out some. I'm thinking hard. I got a lot of stuff going on, but I'm thinking hard about doing some kind of meetup. I wanted to do one in Florida, but I think one maybe more central, you know?
Like a blade rally.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a good
Exactly.
name for it. I like that.
Yeah.
You know, just have people come, bring knives.
Blade rally.
I like that. We might have to.
Yeah,
we might
me
have to
too.
use
Do that.
You might need to meet a graphic designer to work on
Yes,
some
you do
logos for
graphic
it.
designing. Exactly.
Yeah, I
that
do.
You
would,
do
if you,
graphic
that would,
designing. There you go, fam.
Yeah.
Now the wheels are turning. Now the
Yeah.
there you
wheels are
go.
turning.
There
Ah,
you go.
okay.
Now we're cooking with gas.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are.
One thing, Pam, that the bushcraft community does, and the slingshot community, is they have gatherings. They have meetups. They do weekends, and I'd like to see something like that with blades. You know, you can't
Agreed.
make everybody happy all the time.
Yeah.
But if say we had a meetup and had 30 people show up, that's a lot of damn people
That's a lot of hot dogs and marshmallows around the campfire.
and a lot of fun. A lot
I
of
think
fun, a
that'll
lot
be
of
a good
stories. I mean,
time. I
that's
like
Yeah.
it. I like it a lot.
I
Yeah.
do too.
I
That's
like it
something
a
we'll
lot.
work on.
I like it a lot.
I want to do more of that. You know, that's one thing that Blade Show kind of left me with.
Yeah.
Is the interaction.
I like that
and the
idea.
people.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
Blade Show without all of the craziness all around, and just having everybody in one spot, still with their stuff for the most part, and just being able to collaborate and talk and just hook up. Because there's one thing about this Blade community, and it's crazy. Like Scab was saying, like, you know, we met up with you, we met up with DJ, and it's almost like the last conversation we had over messaging, over texting, over Instagram messages, whatever. It's almost like we just kind of followed up right from there. We continued in person.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
it's just an immediate connection that we all had. We all meshed together really well. And that's what's great about it. So you got to kind of put us all in the same place. It's going to be good times, you know?
Yeah.
So
I actually
like
I like the community because in the way that it doesn't matter if your blade is a $20 blade or a $2,000 blade. Nobody cares. Everybody appreciates it for you and appreciates the fact that you like it for whatever reason and it works for you, and everyone's respectful of that, and I like that. So
That's a beautiful thing.
yeah.
Well,
It
and
is.
the thing is this, like this is the one Donnie got. Of course, Donnie got a sword while he was there. But it's like, you know, you got all kind of steel, all kind of people, all kind of everything.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just a chill vibe, man.
Yeah.
It really is. It really,
Yeah.
really is. So here's the thing. Here's a couple things that I want to talk about and we'll wrap it up. Pam?
Yes.
What's your goal for this year, knife wise? Is there anything you want to learn? Is there anything you want to acquire? Is there anything you're looking to do?
I don't need to acquire anything. I like what I have. I would like to learn more about the different steels, and I'm trying to learn all the different names of things, and because this is all new to me in this last year, all the different styles and stuff. So I want to get better at making reels. I'd love to do some. I don't know. I'd like to do some work specifically for ProTech if I could, or staccato, but you know, we'll see if that works or not. But
okay.
otherwise, I just like making the reels. And a lot of people message me and ask me, how did you get that knife? How did you get sponsored by this guy? How did you? And I'm like, I'm not. I have them. I have no problem tagging them. I enjoy. It's a creative outlet for me to make these reels. It's just creative. It's fun.
Yeah.
So.
Now,
That's it. You
Instagram.
enjoy it. That's the important thing.
Yeah, I enjoy it. Exactly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Instagram, you get more access to the makers. And what I'm saying there is they want, like,
That's a
if
good
I
point,
make a
Todd. I
reel
like
with
that.
Tops, and I'm just looking right here, Tops. Todd Carr, how are you, brother?
That's a good point.
If I make a reel with Tops and I tag Tops, Tops will respond.
Yeah.
With YouTube, a lot of times they watch, but with Instagram, every time.
Yeah.
There's just something a little more intimate about Instagram.
Yes. About Instagram, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Yep.
and it's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool. That's how we.
Yeah.
That's really Instagram's how I got to meet Bill Harsey and got to know Spartan and got to. So for those of you guys who have a channel who are trying to grow a channel, you need to be on Instagram. You really do. Really, really do.
Mm-hmm.
I think for me, I had said I wasn't going to buy anything in 2023, just kind of put money towards the channel. I shot that to shit pretty quick at Blade Show. So, but I didn't go crazy. Donnie and I pre-ordered a Tempest knife. We got a Hornbeak. We got a Condor. Rosecraft gave me 4. They gave me 4. Let me specify that. Joe picked up
Condors, yeah.
I
And
think all
a jet
three
is
of us
a
picked
jet
up
Hornbeak
Glock.
is coming too.
Huh?
A jet Hornbeak is coming too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's coming. So I'm looking forward to that
You
one.
got it. You did a custom.
I bought
Yeah.
5 while I was there.
Did you really?
2 for me, 3 for other people. Yeah. Mine. Go ahead.
Did you have people reach out to you and want you to buy something while you were there for them?
Yes. 3 people. So I bought a ProTech Malibu for my friend Jack, and I bought the Staccato ProTech for my friend Jason, and then for my son Nick, I bought him a Benchmade fixed blade, which Benchmade engraved it on both sides for him while I was there for free. Yeah, it was very nice.
Nice.
But I can't show you any of them because I've already mailed them.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah.
That's all right. I've got yours, don't I, Joe? I've got to mail Joe's tomorrow or Saturday.
Yeah, I forgot what they look like. I keep on looking at them online to see what they look like. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. 2 good designers too, man. Joe Flowers and Diaz, right? Yeah, great designers, man.
You picked up the Moonshiner. We do more. Joe does swords. I do really, truly. I do a little bit of everything, but I'm fixed blades is kind of my jam.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then we both dabble.
I want to get more and more into fixed blades. I just love fixed blades. I mean, I love the folders.
Did you ever figure out the one you were looking for?
No, I have tops on the side right now. I'm done. There was a knife, Scab. You're not going to remember, man. And I'm stupid because I didn't get the freaking name. Remember when we were about to leave, we went to the tops table and we were looking at a couple knives.
Yeah.
There was one I picked up that I was going to pick up and I just couldn't. I was just short of funds. I'm like, I just can't do it. I kind of put a line as far as what I'm going to do and what I'm not going to do. I'm like, I just can't do it. And I didn't get the name of the damn knife. I'm just trying to look for it right now, but they got literally a million, different knives on their site. It wasn't
the Texas recurve, was it?
You know what?
I'm going
to look it up because I got to know which knife it was. It was fantastic.
Yeah, he doesn't know the name, so he's going through looking at all of them.
Yeah.
Well,
you got a zero.
Picked up 10 of them. Hey, Scab. I can't remember everything for you, Joe.
Recurve.
He literally between him and Donnie, it's like going with 2 kids and they just shove knives at you. Like,
maybe the Desert Sun.
What is it?
Hold on, let me bring this up. I got just for 2 seconds.
Pull it up. Let's look.
Let me pull it up.
Here's my fixed blade that I keep in my truck.
Ontario.
Is that? Yeah, that is an Ontario.
That's an Ontario.
Oh yeah.
I love my Ontarios. I really do.
This is like my K-bar. Hey, where'd you go?
Oh, you're right here.
I see
us.
This is the Desert Sun. It may have been something like this, but I do like this one. This is nice.
No, this is what you did while we were there. Oh, I like this one. I like this one. For 30 minutes, that's what you did.
It's so hard to choose, man. But that's what I'm saying. You're just surrounded by just such amazing knives. You know what it is? We didn't really spend the time there to go to the tables, and other than the people that we know and we were checking out their stuff, but we didn't really spend the time to go to each table and really look at their inventory, see what they had on display until the very, very end. And at that point, we're like, it's almost like a desperate maneuver to like see what as much as you can see before the show is over. Because we pretty much closed up the show on Sunday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we closed it up. We left when the show was actually we left a half hour later.
I highly recommend making a list and getting as much of it done on day one, which is what I did. And once I had it done, it was such a huge relief. I was able to just enjoy the rest of it.
Yeah, I agree. That's why we have to spend the entire day there Friday. Scab. We have to go and we have to spend the entire Friday there.
I'm not against it.
Yep. I think that's what we're gonna do.
I would like to go. The only thing is I'm not lining up like a nerd and running through I'm not doing all that.
I never had to line up.
Did you not?
Actually, on Thursday night, I went with Hope to the counter, and it was for the early bird, but I knew I didn't have an early bird. Semper Fi EDC guy is the one who gave me my passes. And so I showed them the QR code at the counter. She was, you got a 3-day. She gave me my wristband. There, I was done. And that wristband, I knew I could not get in until 11. Yeah. Early bird, something was at 10, and something else was at 9. So me and DJ showed up about 11:30 or so and just walked right in, no problem.
Yeah. Well,
it was very stress-free.
Yeah. A lot of people asked me that.
Everybody made it like it was going to be this big line and all this shit.
Well, there were people that were in line that needed to get their wristbands that they didn't do it the night before on Thursday night.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Which they stopped letting you do that at 7:00 on Thursday night.
Well, that's what we'll do next year. Because we getting there late Friday. The whole reason we went down there. Because remember, I actually asked you where we get the when you and I ran into each other. Where we got the wristbands. That's where I was headed. So we did that Friday night. But we lost. But you know what? The truth is, Friday we went in, we stayed, whenever the show closed, we stayed another hour talking to Rosecraft and Carnivore and Work Tough. But I think you're right, Joe. If we get there on Friday and we take our Friday and we get done what we want to get done, I think we're good.
100%. And then, because I want to spend most of Saturday just really being able to walk around and see everything because there was a lot. There were so many private knife makers there that had such really nice freaking stuff. Yeah. And I really wanted to try to get in to those boots a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we spent most of the damn day Saturday looking for Jed.
Yes, that's true.
We did.
Saturday was stress.
3-4 hours.
For Jed. Exactly. Yes.
3 grown men walking around and couldn't find him for shit.
That's true. Saturday was for that.
Jed went under, he was at the booth West Tennessee Knife Makers. That was the whole deal. A couple of guys from Tennessee went. And I think the first guy, and if I said his name, I don't know it, but if I did, it's like somebody I should know. But that dude sold out on Friday within an hour.
Wow.
That was the other thing I was going to talk about real quick with y'all. I noticed that there was a lot of people. And matter of fact, Zeke Minacho, when we walked up, we were talking to Zeke, and Zeke goes, Scab. And I don't want to say the name of the person, but he's like, dude, come over here and said he'd buy everything we had right now. And I had no dog in it. I was like, no, don't let him do it. And Zeke looked at me and goes, no, man, I'm not. But there were people there. And let me reiterate, I had nothing to do with that. But just in my mind, I'm like, people are coming by it. And Zeke has done this for years, so he knew. But there were people there that would go in and buy everybody's stock. Yeah. I seen one guy I heard say sold everything he had in less than a minute. Somebody come in, bought his entire table, and he was done.
Wow. That's crazy.
And I've actually heard talk here and there over the last month or so of people that right there turned them off of Blade Show.
Yeah.
Because they went in specifically looking for something and you just opened, it just started. And what do you mean you're sold out?
Yeah.
It was just unfortunate. And so that turned a lot of people off. But,
well, and I say this honestly. And
Jeremy, thanks, buddy. Shout out to Jeremy Meyer.
That's my brother.
Me?
Is it really?
Jeremy's my brother, yes.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Jeremy.
you know, if it was me and I was a knife maker, I wouldn't want to sell all my stock because I
Right.
want people to come through. I want them to have something to see.
Mm-hmm.
Because to me, you're
Yep.
just, especially like if it's a vendor buying it up. Of course, and DJ Mike can throw in on the new. Some guys may take, like, I know for a custom maker, I will say this: if I was a custom maker and somebody was going to clean me out, I
Favorite
might
brother.
do it. But as
Favorite brother.
he said favorite brother.
Yeah.
But you know, as a consumer, I mean, if I was corporate, I wouldn't want to sell everything I had. I'm glad work to fit.
Yeah.
You know?
Think of how far. I mean, all those different people that you can interact with if you just. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, making a quick buck on the knives is not as valuable as keeping your knives there for the entire duration of the show. Because think about how many eyes are going to be on those knives.
That's what I'm
Because
Exactly.
it makes no sense whatsoever. What, just to make a quick
Exactly.
buck and leave? What's the sense of making the whole trip down there for?
Exactly.
You know?
I agree
Yeah.
with you.
That
Hmm.
doesn't make sense.
That was,
Yeah.
and I'm sure they have a reason for doing that. But I was just like, man, that doesn't, you know,
The interactions is my favorite part.
Pam for president.
Pam for president.
Paying for.
You have a good, I'm glad you brought a good crowd with you. That's awesome.
I can't even tell how many people are even watching. I don't even know.
Well, it's across a couple of channels.
It's about 50 something or something like that right now. But I don't
Yeah.
know. StreamYard's never accurate like
Yeah.
That's a pretty good crowd.
yeah, that's a good crowd.
That
And we're
was Kicks
glad.
and Flicks from Instagram that said that. Yeah, Pam for president of what?
Well, one thing is we're running up on an hour, and we're not gonna
Okay.
go much longer because I'm about dead. I got up at 3 this morning to go to Orlando. So, Joe,
You're in Mississippi, right?
no, I'm in Florida.
Oh, Florida. Okay. Got it.
I'm in Jacksonville. I'm just south of Jacksonville, Florida.
Okay.
A little town called Green Cove Springs. My mom and my daddy's people are from Mississippi, and my
Yeah,
mama's people are from North Carolina.
my mama and her people are from Mississippi.
Oh yeah,
Here's one
Yeah.
more fan in the room. Alpha
That's
Omega
Eric.
Panorama
Kydex.
blades.
That's Eric with Alpha Omega
Mm.
Kydex holsters. Yes.
Nice. Welcome in, Bubba. Welcome in.
Yeah.
Miss
Crispy
Pam,
donut.
tell us a few things.
Yes, sir.
Crispy
What?
donut community.
Yes, I met Luke, Crispy Donut. Yes, awesome dude.
That's awesome. Now,
Yeah.
are you on YouTube? Are you going to be on YouTube? Or you just
I am not
solidly-
on YouTube. I am not on YouTube.
You thinking about it?
I wouldn't even know what to do.
Shorts.
I cannot tell you. I've been a nervous wreck all day today.
Listen. We'll talk about it off
Okay.
air. But if you're doing reels,
Yeah.
if you love doing
Yeah.
reels,
I love doing reels.
You can repurpose the same reels as shorts on YouTube and have a presence on YouTube.
Okay.
All you gotta do, it's the same file. You just repurpose.
I do
it.
have a YouTube channel from
Yeah.
like many years ago when my kids were little.
So
I think the only thing on
populating
it is
there, girl. Take
Yeah,
all
the
those
only-
reels and put them on shorts.
okay.
Absolutely, I'll help you out.
Okay. Thank
Well,
you.
We'll get that
and
going.
here's the deal. If you want to wind up doing something with Staccato or ProTech, expanding your social media presence will help you do that.
Sure.
Yeah. And I'm all about, if anybody needs any graphic design work, I love doing that kind of stuff too. So
And the graphic design stuff,
Advertise
that's something
it.
we'll start
Advertise it.
pushing.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of
And
people
that is
need.
needed.
A lot of people need that. As far as even like designing anything, shirts, business.
well,
cards,
I met
flyers.
up with did you guys see Okasa knives while you were there? They're fairly new. Been around about 8 months. I'll probably be doing some reels for them and River's
Thank you,
Edge.
Dopey. Shout out to you, buddy. Thanks for the donation.
Dopey. Sorry.
All hail Queen Pam.
You're good.
Like I said, it was like the Seven Dwarfs.
Just about. There were some characters there. You know what? It's
Yeah.
good seeing everybody there.
It
That's
is.
the whole
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
We both, Joe and I, do a lot of shout outs and sometimes in the knife community, especially the YouTube community, it's so big and there's so many different groups of people. There's so many channels out there that have large channels that it's like there was a guy, and I'm gonna butcher this. I put his stuff up on something prepper shit. It's on my community page. Anyway, I met him at a couple times at Jed's table and at Carnivora, and looked, and he's got 33 or 34,000 subscribers. Never heard of his channel. You know, it's like the knife community is a lot bigger community than people ever realized or want to give it credit for. And there's a lot of great folks. I think at the end of the day, that's kind of my whole point with Blade that I'm seeing now. You know, you go for me, it's a meetup. The knives are great. I love knives. I wouldn't be on YouTube if it wasn't for knives. But just meeting people and hanging out with people and having a common interest, that's at the end of the day, that's what I'll take away from Blade.
I would definitely call it lifetime friendships for sure.
Yeah. Me and Joe have, before this weekend, have met one time. He come down here for a couple days. I had met Donnie one time for dinner. Joe and Donnie had never met in person. And we all got together. We all got a room. We stayed together, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Never had an argument, never had a disagreement, never had a crossword. It was just a bond. And really come out of that weekend stronger for it.
Yep.
I think that's really true. Joe and I were talking today. I think really that's the positive that I'm going to take from Blade. It's like reinvigorated.
Yes, absolutely.
You know, it's
so
the
many
only
things.
time, it's the only pictures I promise you'll see me smiling in. Or the ones with Blade.
And we never got one.
You were definitely smiling a lot.
We will. I promise you, we will.
Yeah.
We'll run up at another. I don't.
Put it on the list. Right on the list.
One more event.
Blade rally.
We need to do it.
We're gonna all have to put our heads together, I think, and try to make this happen. I think everybody's got to. I think a million people can contribute a million different things, and I think we can all kind of get together. We'll govern it, and we'll make it happen. I think it's a phenomenal idea. I love it.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
I freaking love it.
Good. Well, guys, it's been an hour. Miss Pam, thank you so much.
Thank you. This has been fun. It was a lot easier than I had anticipated.
Yeah.
Well, then then we got to do it again.
We'll have you back.
Yeah.
I would love to do it again. Absolutely. I would love that.
Maybe we could go. Maybe down the line, maybe this fall, we can have Pam and Hope back. That would be cool.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be great. Let's do that. Pam, it was a pleasure seeing you. Hopefully, I wish we could have spent more time, but I'm making up the list. I'm going to start writing the list right now. So,
that's right.
Putting it on the list. But definitely. But like I said, you learn from it, and you try to do whatever you need to do different next year. And I think that's what we're going to take from this. You know.
Yep.
Yep.
Pack lighter.
Oh my God. You don't
make room for what you buy.
Scab.
I carried more than all three of y'all.
Oh my God. Did you put out a video? I didn't see that one. Did you put out the video where you could compare the amount?
I'll have to check and see. There's like Joe had a bag, Donnie had a bag, and then I had a blow-up mattress, a suitcase,
Pillow.
3 backpacks.
What mattress, pillows, blanket.
A cooler, pillows, blanket.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Megan packed me paper towels.
We got to add in this funny story. We got to add this in. Wait, hold on. We got to add this in. So they were at home with Megan. God bless her heart. Okay, Scab's wife. So they're testing out the air mattress. So she pulls out the freaking shop vac. She's like, puts on. She goes, you know what, Scab? You could deflate this thing a lot quicker with the big shop vac. Why don't you take it with you? I'm like, that's all that this guy had to bring into this hotel is a big industrial shop vac just so he could deflate the freaking mattress quicker. I'm like,
it's
that's
a wonder
all we
she
did
didn't pack it.
Okay? Oh, man.
It's a wonder she didn't pack it.
She did give you a whole roll of paper towels just in case.
She was just trying to help you.
You gotta love her.
She made sure.
Awesome.
I love it.
So it was a good time.
Yeah, it really was.
Megatron didn't send the shot back, which is a good thing. Joe, wrap us up, buddy. Miss
Let's
Pam,
wrap it up.
hang,
Pam,
hey,
this
Miss
was
Pam, hang out with us for a minute when we go
yeah,
off.
Joe,
Okay.
I'm gonna click off the live then hang out. Pam, this was a ton
Right.
of fun. We got to do this again. So much more we could talk about with Blade Show. We'll,
Yeah.
we'll definitely continue this at some point. But thank you for being here. It was a pleasure.
Yeah.
Pleasure to see you, and looking forward to meeting again and good times we're going to share. Okay.
Absolutely. Yes.
Really a pleasure. So, guys, thank
Thank
you
you.
for everyone that joined us in the room for Blade Talk. A lot of great Blade Talks to come, guys. We network with so many different people at Blade Show, which we didn't mention now that it's going to be future shows, and we got a lot of good stuff coming. So we're really looking forward to sharing that with all of y'all. So everyone, have a wonderful night. Thank you for joining us once again. And we'll see you when we see you all. Have a good one.
Yep.
Ciao. Hang up, man.